Good day, what's happening? It's Lesiba Mothupi. Welcome back on my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be breaking down an amazing, beautiful setup that we saw on Gbpjpy. So what I'm going to do, what I am actually going to be doing is that I'm going to be walking you guys through how I saw it, how we capitalized on it, how we caught the trade, how we capitalized, and also how we actually locked in or secured maximum profits on it. Because at the end, it doesn't matter if you see a trade, but if you are able to secure maximum profits, that's when it matters. So let's get straight to it. This is actually being done as a case study type thing, whereby you are able to learn from it instead of me trying to say, I don't know, like this is how the market will always move. Obviously, it doesn't move always exactly like this. But if you're able to get that one specific skill that I'm showing you here, you'd be able to, whatever or anyhow that the market moves, you'd be able to capitalize on it, because at the end, this is just the framework. Okay, so let's start off first with the 4 hour. I think we started with the 4 hour chart right here. So let me just clean this up a bit. Okay, so during the week, what we saw is that, like, during that 4 hour move that we've been looking at, we saw price has been impulsing all the way to the upside right here, and then price started to shoot a bit more to the downside here. You can simply see with these beautiful short sellers basically just going all the way to the downside here, going all the way down. And we thought that it would reach our 90% target, which is somewhere here, but it didn't, because what happened is that price found some support here on this area right here, and once again it found support here. So we got our double bottom from the 4 hour chart, and then price started impulsing all the way to the upside. So now, one thing that I got first in terms of price retracing and going back to the upside is that we saw this double bottom structure. So as soon as I got the double bottom structure in my mind, I was like, no, maybe we're trying to go upwards, so I need to start looking for other things. So as soon as price broke resistance here, you can see it broke resistance, and then it came back down to retest. This is when everything started to make sense, because we wanted to see an area start forming into support. I know that we saw first support be here, but we wanted to now see resistance being broken and being turned into support, on which it happened here. Price went up, it broke out, and then it came back. So let's go on the 60-minute. Because with that, like as soon as that happened, obviously we're looking to target these areas right here. But as soon as that happened, coming down to the 60, coming down to the 60-minute, boom. Obviously we missed out on this first impulse leg, because you can see it went up, it came back down. Beautiful engulfing candle where we could have capitalized from, but we missed out on it, and we just waited for this whole pattern to play out. Once this whole pattern presented itself, that's when it broke out here, I had my area here, if candle closed above here. So once it broke, it closed above here, so I was like, okay, perfect, I'm waiting for a retrace. It came back to retrace with the next candlestick. You can simply see the one that closed above right here, and there's one undecided candle that actually followed, and then the next one is the one that actually retraced and closed below. It basically just went back to retest, and then afterwards I was like, you know what, I'm looking for a bullish candlestick. Then boom, a bullish candlestick came, and this is the one that actually came out, and I was like, you know what, this is a beautiful setup, I'm entering on it. So as soon as I saw this bullish candlestick close, I put my buys on it, my stop loss just below, which is 27 pips, you can see here. And our initial take profit was, we had our take profit be there at that area that we've been looking at, which is right here, boom, right here. Ne? And price started moving upwards, rocky, because I was looking for price to break above here. So once price did break above here, it started shooting upwards, it shot upwards. And then what we done is that we logged maximum profits right here. Price went up, came back to retest, went back up, and I think we kept on moving our stop losses. We moved, I think, our stop loss to somewhere around this area here. And then while price went up, boom, it went down, and then it took us out here with maximum profits. So instead of us like giving away all this money to the market, because see, if I didn't close my profits here, I was going to give it all back to the markets. Instead of doing this, I actually ate, and let's see how much we made out of on just a simple trade. We made a total of 7% of what we had invested, meaning that I was risking close to, because I remember on my one account I was risking $100 per trade, and what happened is that, like, we closed somewhere around $700 on just the simple trade. So I understand that, like, looking at it, like going all the way up, I was at least targeting a number such as $1,200, but I let it slide. And I was just playing around, testing out some of the frameworks that I've been learning and implementing on some of the things that have been coming up across. So I didn't want to be a bit more aggressive. Otherwise, I could have put my risk be a bit more aggressive and enjoy the maximum profits. But as soon as price we got another buy. I think price bounced back here. Wait, let me just look into, I'm not too sure if that is the exact same spot. Let me just look into the premium team, because I remember I shared it perfectly with them. Okay, I shared it perfectly with them. Let me just come back here to my trades that I actually shared. Oh yes, you see the first one is this one. The one that I'm speaking of, we logged maximum profits right here. It's the one that I just showed you guys now. We caught it exactly like this thing. But let's just go back to the second trade. The second trade was actually after here. It was here. The second trade was here. So sorry about that, guys. You can simply see, let us go for our second trade on Gbpjpy here. So our second trade was basically a move such as this. As soon as this candlestick presented itself, what we done is that we saw it being impulse correction. Impulse meaning that we saw price coming back to retest here, then going back up. So what we done is that we sent out a buy signal somewhere around these levels here, buy, stop loss just below here, and same take profit as this. So we wanted to add an additional 3% onto our trade. Wanted to add, but price went up, and when it went up, I think we locked maximum profit somewhere here, because I remember the purpose of me doing this video was to show you guys that we did take both trades, and both trades actually did close in profits, because at the end, even though price did go down, this one I closed with like just a few. I think when it started shooting upwards, I just locked maximum profits here, and with this one here, I locked maximum profits as well here. So when price went down, this one here went home with like a few profits, not that much, not even 1%, but this one here went with more than 7%, which was nice. So now looking at Gbpjpy from the scale, I still believe that we're going up. I still see those buyers that we've been looking at. Let me just remove this. I still see them, and now I believe that price has, let me just show you guys with this. I believe that price is just gave us this young movement to the downside, young movement, and then here left shoulder, head shoulder. If you take a look at this, you can see maybe a left shoulder went up, and then a head and went up, and then a right shoulder, then up, and then back to that correction. So I see this happening because this is the same correction here. Is this that same correction is that. And take a look at this, the same movement. You can simply see Gbpjpy has a specific movement before it continues to rally to the upside. It has it plays around a bit. Take a look at all this correction here. It's almost like the similar correction, then impulse, the first impulse, then correction, then the next impulse. Then you see this impulse, correction, and then obviously expecting the next impulse to the upside. So that's one thing that I'm looking at Gbpjpy. And obviously I just wanted to keep this video short, just so you are able to get the most that you can get out of it. Gbpjpy trade breakdown that we were actually able to capitalize during this week. We only caught this beautiful trade, and we capitalized from it. So I didn't trade any other. I didn't manage to get any position. I only caught this, but fortunately it made me money for the whole week. So I'm excited with it. And yeah, I just hope that you guys did learn from how I analyze and go into seeing some of the check boxes that I actually need in order to execute a trade, because you did see some of the pattern things that I see, the bigger time frames that I actually go from, and I believe that you'll benefit a lot from it. But yeah, make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next YouTube video.